Next is the gentlewoman from Colorado, Ms. DeGette.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Mr. Chairman, this is the first step towards realizing a long-held dream, not just by me and other members of this committee, but by the millions of Americans who have been concerned about the safety of our food, especially in light of the cascading litany of foodborne illnesses that we've heard about from other members of this committee. We've had a dozen oversight hearings and also legislative hearings. We've had bills dropped by many members of Congress for many years, and I'm so excited under your leadership and the leadership of Chairman Waxman and Chairman Dingell that we're finally on the verge of enacting comprehensive food safety legislation. The most important thing about this bill is it would be a definitive statement by this committee and this Congress that food safety is a priority in the United States of America. I want to highlight two of the sections of this bill, and I want to thank you and Mr. Dingell and others and Mr. Stupak for including the provisions of my two bills in this draft mark, because they're critically important in the future to assuring safe food for everybody. The first one is traceability. As you know, Mr. Chairman, I've been working on these traceability issues for many, many years. And when I first started, people said it couldn't be done. But then as we realized with time, not only can it be done, and in slightly different ways within every industry, but if we want to assure this integrity of the food system, it has to be done. That what I fondly call the salsa scare of last year is the perfect example of why. We found people being sickened by salsa, and we couldn't figure out why. This destroyed pretty much the entire profit of the tomato crop for that whole year because everybody thought it was tomatoes that had the salmonella. As it turned out, after months and months and months of increased sickness, of increased scrutiny, we found out that no, it wasn't the tomatoes at all. It was jalapenos, and they were from Texas. And what I've found out is that we can go to this particular sector of the field and find those jalapenos, and we can do it quickly. So traceability is going to be essential, and I look forward to working with my friends on the other side of the aisle to make sure it's not onerous. But I will say this, it is not just in the interest of consumers, it's in the interest of businesses who want to protect their profits to have traceability. Mandatory recall is the second provision of this bill that I've been working on for many years, and I'm so grateful has been included. And I want to say finally, Mr. Chairman, all of this policy that we talk about, it's all well and good. But I can't help but think about young Jacob Hurley, who you might have seen. He was in our last O&I committee hearing. Jacob is from Portland, Oregon, and he got sick from eating peanut butter crackers, his favorite food. When his parents took him to the doctor, they said they finally got him stabilized and he wouldn't eat. So they told the parents, have Jacob just eat what he loves, the peanut butter crackers, the very food that had made him sick in the first place. And the only way we found out about this was because the alert commissioner of consumer protection in Oregon showed up personally at his door and confiscated the peanut butter crackers. We need to fix this. We need to fix it now, and I'm so grateful that we are. Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you, Ms. DeGette.